Savannah Chrisley gets deemed inappropriate with Grayson post. Savannah Chrisley has been deemed inappropriate with her latest Grayson Chrisley post. She shared something about her younger brother and fans did not appreciate it. So what exactly did the podcaster do that was so questionable? Keep reading for more details. Savannah Chrisley gets deemed inappropriate with Grayson post. With her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, locked up, Savannah Chrisley is trying to figure out what she wants from life. She was left to raise her brother and sister, Grayson and Chloe Chrisley. This was something she was not prepared for, but took it on headfirst. For Mother's Day, Chloe let Savannah know that she was doing a great job regardless. There is also a lot of guilt in Savannah for not being with her parents as much as she would like to be. Yet she is still doing her best, and Grayson has made it to 18, sadly without their parents. The family has tried to make the most of what they have, even without their parents around. Recently, Savannah shared a shirtless photo of Grayson on her social media. Above the photo, it read, "Ladies, he is officially 18, Grayson Chrisley." After seeing this, fans were not pleased with Savannah and believed she was pimping him out. A Reddit thread was started, and the OP wrote this above the photo. "Am I the only one who thought this caption was weird?" It appears to be a photo taken at the beach as Grayson donned some facial hair, a hat, longer locks, a few necklaces, and red swim trunks. He was also shirtless with his hands on his hips, no smile in sight. Unfortunately, it did not land well. Is she really pimping her bother out? Wow, what an inappropriate post. Savannah has no couth. Do agree it seems like she's pimpin' little bro out. Some. That's so gross, especially from his own sister. No, this is so gross. I found it disturbing when people posted about teen girl celebrities finally being 18. It's just gross. Seek help. Most fans felt that Savannah Chrisley took it way too far with this post of Grayson. More so, they felt she was following in her father, Todd Chrisley's footsteps. They believe that he pimped Savannah out, so now she is doing the same to Grayson. Yet one person noted that Savannah needed mental help after her post. She may have thought that she was doing it just for fun, but she did not get the reception she may have wanted. The American Pickers fandom is starting to hit a breaking point. After years of watching Mike Wolf and his team of treasure hunters swoop into small towns across America, uncovering long-lost antiques and hidden gems, many fans are expressing frustration over a recurring theme in the show: lowballing. Loyal viewers are taking to social media and fan forums to share their disappointment, arguing that what once felt like a genuine hunt for historical artifacts now feels more like a relentless pursuit of bargains at any cost, often leaving sellers undervalued and viewers disappointed. For many fans, the magic of American Pickers lay in its early years when Mike and his original co-host, Frank Fritz, would go digging through barns, old garages, and dusty basements, unearthing pieces of Americana that were rusted, worn, and barely holding together. They'd listen to owners tell stories about each item, often steeped in nostalgia and memories. It was a treasure hunt with a purpose, a history lesson disguised as a reality show. Fans tuned in not just to see what the Pickers would find, but to watch the characters they met along the way. The people who had spent years collecting these unique pieces, preserving little parts of history in their own backyards. But recent episodes have felt different to many viewers. The critique has been steadily building, but with the exit of Frank Fritz and Mike Wolf's recent negotiation tactics, many fans feel the show has lost its way. Instead of witnessing thoughtful discussions and seeing treasures rescued, they feel they're watching a business transaction devoid of any passion for the artifacts themselves. And it's not just the items that have lost their value in the eyes of fans. It's the connection with the sellers, too. The art of the lowball, Lowballing is, of course, a part of the antique business. Negotiation is the core of any trade. It's expected that a buyer will try to get the best price they can, especially when considering resale margins. But there's a difference between making a fair offer and undervaluing an item to such an extent that it feels like exploitation. Fans point out numerous examples where they feel the American Pickers crew has crossed this line. Take, for instance, a recent episode where Mike Wolf found a vintage motorcycle, a rare piece with undeniable historical value. The seller, a retired veteran, was visibly proud of his collection. He spoke at length about the effort it took to restore each part and the stories connected to it. Yet when Mike made his initial offer, it was so low that fans erupted in the comment section, calling out what they felt was a lack of respect for the time, effort, and money the seller had put into preserving the bike. Mike used to seem like he genuinely cared about the story behind each item, one fan wrote on Reddit. Now he's just lowballing everyone, and it feels gross to watch. It's like we're not watching someone save history anymore. We're just watching a businessman haggle for a cheap score. Memories on the auction block. The disappointment isn't just about the money. Many fans feel that lowballing devalues the emotional significance of these items. Sellers often share deeply personal stories about why they held onto a particular piece or the memories it holds for them. For fans, this is what made the show unique. Each item wasn't just an object. It was a piece of someone's life story. In the early days, the Pickers seemed to honor that connection. They would meet people who'd spent years caring for these objects, and you'd see the respect and interest in their eyes as they listened. But lately, some fans feel that the stories are just being used as a sales tactic, a way to get viewers invested while still pushing for a deal that favors the buyers. They argue that it cheapens the whole experience. It's heartbreaking to see Mike get this amazing piece of history, hear the seller's story, then turn around and offer half of what it's worth, another fan tweeted. It feels disrespectful. A shift in the show's focus. The backlash may also have something to do with the changing tone of the show. When American Pickers first aired, it was a fresh concept. The show was equal parts treasure hunt and history lesson, with Mike and Frank digging through forgotten pieces of the past. But as the years went by, some fans feel the focus has shifted more toward profit. They believe that the thrill of discovery has been replaced by a more transactional approach, one that emphasizes getting a steal over preserving historical value. There's also the matter of Frank Fritz's absence. While the reasons for his departure are complex and layered, fans have pointed out that Frank brought a different energy to the show. He was known for his humor and his approachable personality, which many felt helped balance out the business-oriented Mike. Together, they had a chemistry that softened the edges of negotiation. Without Frank, the show feels a little colder, more transactional, and less rooted in its original charm, according to some longtime viewers. Is the show losing its audience? As the complaints mount, there's speculation that the show's viewership could take a hit. A number of fans have already said they stopped watching because they feel the program has lost its authenticity. I loved this show because it was about history, respect, and the joy of finding something unexpected. One longtime viewer shared in a Facebook group. Now it's like watching any other reality show. I'm done with it. Petitions have even emerged online, with fans demanding a shift back to the old format and an emphasis on fairer offers. They argue that it's not too late for the show to regain its roots. We don't mind the negotiation, one petition reads. But let's get back to honoring these pieces and the people who took care of them for years. Can American Pickers win back its fans? It's a difficult balance. The reality is that American Pickers is a business, and the negotiations are real. But fans want to feel that they're watching something more than just a business transaction. They want to feel that they're part of a journey, learning about history, and meeting the people who've preserved it. The good news is that the show's producers seem to be aware of the backlash. Recent interviews with Mike Wolfe suggest that he's open to feedback, even if he hasn't directly addressed the lowballing issue. Some fans hope that this acknowledgement will translate into action, perhaps with a return to a more balanced approach that respects both the sellers and the items they're offering. American Pickers has been a staple of reality television for over a decade, and there's no doubt it has an enduring fan base. The question now is whether the show will respond to its viewers and evolve in a way that respects the heart of what made it successful in the first place. For many, it's not too late to turn things around. They're just hoping for a little less focus on the dollar sign and a little more on the stories that make each item priceless.